Live at Buffalo Wild Wings on a Monday night, Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins. Samantha is back, and we have got a lot to discuss tonight, Samantha. We've got the media basketball game coming up on Sunday, so we'll talk some trash to Austin Newton, Jay Simmons, and the folks over at Madison Southern.
And then they're going to probably next week talk trash about you.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. We've also got the Berea Lady Girls basketball team coming on with us later on in the show, and coming up first, an interview with Matt Roan, the new EKU Athletics Director. Folks, don't go anywhere. We're coming up right now on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Sports fans, the wait is over. For the next hour, sit back and enjoy the ride on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Share your thoughts and opinions on the live feed on WBON TV. And stay tuned for everything you need to know about your local sports teams, college and pro sports as well. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is served up by Buffalo Wild Wings and brought to you in part by the law office of Patrick O'Neill. Now, here are your hosts, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
EKU has named Matt Roan as the Director of Athletics after a 2-month search process. Roan returns to EKU after a 3+ year stint as the Director of Athletics at Nichols State University in Louisiana. And Samantha, he'll come back with us. His press conference will be Wednesday. And pretty cool. I like what EKU is doing. They're bringing back somebody who is familiar with the university and a guy that will do his best to get the Colonel sports and their athletic programs back to where they want to be.
Yeah, I think that seems like the popular thing right now is bringing back some old blood, some people that know the university, has played for the university, has some of that Go Big E pride, you know? So we shall see. I'm looking forward to meeting him and hearing what he has to say.
He's a guy that really loves Colonel Athletics. He loves the university, and he's excited to get back on campus. I spoke with Matt last week. Our interview will be coming up here in just a minute. But Rome was a Director of Athletics at EKU in 2015 and 2016 after serving as a special assistant to the president and working with the council's office for 2 years. He earned a Juris Doctorate from the University of Kentucky School of Law after a standout football career at Southern Utah University, where he graduated summa cum laude with a political science degree. Athletics are an extremely important component of our university, which brings together our alumni, faculty, staff, and community with the student body. And to pull for the Colonels, said interim president Dr. David McFadden. In knowing and meeting with Matt, I believe he can help build those groups into a cohesive fan base that roots for the Colonels in athletic competition while continuing to be stars in the classroom. His unique experience with multiple facets of the university and the student experience will be an asset to EKU. So if Austin is ready, we will pull up our interview with Matt. And again, this is a guy that loves Colonel sports. He's a guy that has been around Colonel sports before. And here is what Matt Roan had to say last week. All right, here with Matt Roan, the new Director of Athletics at EKU. First of all, Matt, congratulations on being hired as the new Director of Athletics. But talk about this process and how things have occurred over the last month or so for you and your family now coming back to Richmond.
Well, first off, thanks, Michael. It's great to talk to you today, and really, really excited not only to see you again, but so many people that we care about, and that it was sad to leave last time, and we're certainly excited to see this time around. But to say it's been a whirlwind would probably be an understatement. It's certainly been a hectic, certainly last few days and probably about a week or so more. But this, was a process, probably several months coming, and the fact that, the job opened up, I think, sometime in October, and I think people were invited to submit materials shortly thereafter, and went through that process, and really things kind of picked up, like I said, over the last couple of weeks, and having the chance to meet with the committee, via Skype, and to have follow-up conversations, and then ultimately when the offer was extended, it was something that we didn't really have to think twice about. Really, really excited to get there, get back, and hopefully make a lot of people proud.
Do you know when you'll be back in Richmond as far as, bringing the family back and being here full-time?
So we will be coming in kind of two parts. One, we're actually flying in on Monday for the introduction on Wednesday. But, we got to do the whole house hunting and all that sort of stuff, trying to figure out schools and everything like that. But I've committed to staying at Nichols. Nichols has been a great place for me and my family. I've committed to staying to really tie up some loose ends, finish a couple projects through the end of this month. And it looks like either February 3rd, February 10th, and that first part of February time frame is when we'll hit the ground running there.
Talk about your history at EKU. You were here before. You talked about how hard it was for you and your family to leave, to now come back. Just talk about the history and what it means for you to be back here.
Kentucky's home, and I say that saying that, this move feels like leaving home for home. And, again, I want to be very respectful of Nichols and of South Louisiana in general. It's been great to us. But, born and raised in Southwest Virginia, had a chance to become acquainted with Kentucky going to law school at UK. And then in 2013, Dr. Benson offered me the chance to come work for him in the president's office at EKU. And I worked with him, and I worked in our counsel's office for a couple different university councils, and had the chance to be mentored by Mark Sandy and worked for him for about a year, and then had the chance to work for Steve there for about a year and a half. So we were there from the fall of 13 through the fall of 16. And when we left, again, we were excited to come to Nichols. But you put roots in places. Two of my children were born. Our children were born in Kentucky. Kentucky is home to us. It's home to them. And just knowing how much potential is there, knowing how passionate the fan base is, knowing just the unbelievable opportunity that we think lies ahead of us is one that, just makes the hair on your arm stand up and makes you excited.
With Walt Wells now being introduced as the new head coach at EKU, you being a former football player yourself, what do you think needs to be done to get this football program back to where EKU football once was?
Oh, man, that's a great question. For me, I say that you win with people. And what I mean by that is I have no doubt that Coach Wells, he's prepared for this. It's an opportunity that I know that he's waited a long time for. It's one that he loves and craved, and I have no doubt that he'll pour his heart and soul into it. In doing so, he's going to surround himself with a phenomenal coaching staff. He's going to recruit the very best student athletes that he possibly can. And those people are going to have success. Now, what can I do? What can, Colonel fans do to help that? And so I'm going to ask Walt, what does he need from me to be successful? Whether that's improving facilities, whether that's increasing the resources to be able to recruit, to pay salaries, to do all of those types of things. It's my job to go help him. We support and assist coaches, and I'm going to ask the community to help me help him to be successful. As we're going to commit to people because people win.
Over the last few years, there's been a lot of coaching overhaul at EKU with, the new football coach now, Walt Wells, A.W. Hamilton, and Samantha Williams with basketball. Volleyball's had a transition. What are you going to do to try to make these coaches feel comfortable, considering that they're still kind of new themselves?
It's constant communication, Michael. It's they're Jonna, I know, Walt, I know. I've had a chance to work with them previously. A story a lot of people probably don't realize, but between the August of 2008 and May of 2009, A.W. Hamilton and I worked about 15 feet away from one another.
Oh, wow.
Military Academy. He was on the basketball staff with Kevin Keats there. I was on the football staff with a guy by the name of Robert Prunty that's the head coach at Hampton now. So we go back a little bit. But for me and Coach Williams and so many others, Mike Whitson, you name it, so many other really good coaches there, it's just constant communication. Having gone through coaching searches, the last thing that I want to do is start another one. Those coaches are there for a reason. It's because committees of individuals believe that they were the right person at the right time to lead their respective program there at EKU. And again, my job is to make sure that they trust me, that they respect me, and they know that that's reciprocal, and that we're going to do everything in our power to help them, to make them be successful in their role.
It seems like the campus continues to get bigger and better. The new rec center coming in, making some changes as far as the old rec center goes, and new buildings going up on campus. Did any of this play a role as far as, bringing you back to EKU, knowing that you have got all this stuff to kind of help sell to the future of Colonel Sports?
Oh, certainly. Certainly. EKU is it's a special place. It's a thriving institution. And Dr. McFadden, Chairman of the Board, Louis Diaz, the vision that they have for not only the program and athletic department, but what they want the institution to become, what they want the city to become, is something that they sold me on and I bought. I will tell you that, I've been a lot of places, and when I drive and if I'm on an interstate in some random state and I see that there's a college campus, I'll get off the interstate and go look at places. I love to see what they have facility-wise, community-wise, all those sorts of things. And when you look at it in totality and you look at Earl Combs Stadium that I had a chance to really initiate, to have a chance to now come back and get to see the finished product and to work in those spaces, and Gertrude Hood Field and, the east side of Roy Kidd Stadium. And there's projects that we're going to want to do. And there's a lot of projects that we're going to want to do and make it better and bigger than it already is. But Eastern's a special place. To have as many students as it has on the size campus that it does and the type of community and the region that it serves, all of those things together make this a special, special place, and I think a special opportunity.
Talk about what your first order of business is once you get on campus and once you get here or ready to go. What is the first thing that you are going to do?
Talk. It's going to be me extending my arms out and saying, hey, I want to hear from Michael Watkins. I want to hear from alums, those who have invested in programs, those sponsors that have created partnerships with us. I want to talk certainly to our coaches. I want to meet with student athletes. I want to talk with, my colleagues on campus. I want to find out what people want EKU athletics to become. I, in my position, and a mentor once shared with me, I'm a conduit to people's passion. I have my ideas for what I want the department to become, what I think it could be, what I think it should be. But at the end of the day, I'm one person. And we're going to be successful because we're going to execute the wants, needs, and desires of a lot more people than one. And so I just want to have open, honest dialogue to find out what's working and how do we make those things even better, and what's broken and what do we need to fix. So I think right away there's going to be a lot of research. There's going to be a lot of examining. But most importantly, there's going to be a lot of conversations with a lot of people to find out what is our path forward.
You touched on the ideas and stuff moving forward. Do you have any goals yourself, or have you spoken to anybody in the sports department right now as far as goals that you all have set moving forward?
Not necessarily. I tell you, the number one goal, because it makes you a better marketer, it gets alums more involved, it gets donations up, it builds morale, is to win.
Yeah.
And so one of the things that I want to do is figure out what are those inhibitors to our success. What has made us maybe not be successful in a couple sports that we really want to be successful in, and I want to figure out what are those things that we need to do to try to solve some of those issues right away. But again, you have an idea for big projects and things in your mind of hey, Roy Kidd Stadium is aging. It's been renovated. What are some other things that we can do? The same thing with Alumni Coliseum. What are things that we can do that impact all 16 programs there and every head coach and every student athlete? Probably not one thing that I can nail down, but certainly a lot.
Well, I know there's a lot of positivity around the programs and athletics right now at EKU, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, my man. If we can do anything for you up here, just feel free to reach out, let us know, and we will see you Wednesday at the press conference.
I appreciate it, Michael. I can't wait to get back. And again, for us, ever since the announcement was made earlier this week, the outpouring of support from people in Louisiana, in Kentucky, spaces in between and all over, we are fired up and we're honored. I'm humbled to have the chance to come back to a place that we love, an institution we love, with what we believe is potential that's second to none. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're excited to work with you.
Thank you, Matt. That's Matt Roan, the new director of athletics at EKU. The press conference will be on Wednesday as he will be welcomed back into EKU with open arms. Matt, thank you for your time once again. Look forward to seeing you on Wednesday, and congratulations once again as well.
I appreciate it, Michael. Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right, have a good one.
Bye.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Escape to sports with Buffalo Wild Wings. GM Tommy Martin invites you to come watch your favorite team play at Buffalo Wild Wings, the best game day atmosphere and happy hour in town. Menu items as low as $2 each weekday 2 to 7 and again 10 till close. Plus wing specials every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to ask your server about the Blazing Rewards program and see how you can earn free food. Buffalo Wild Wings, Richmond Center.
Is everybody buckled in? I want to make sure you're buckled in. You're more important. Oh, guys, you're important too. Remember, everyone's important, so buckle up to and from the ball game. Come on, let's go.
Back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins here with you. We have got Alexis Newman, Madison Howe from the Berea girls basketball team, Coach Stepp. And, Coach, tough game for you all on Friday night, but good job battling back against a good Madison Southern team. You fell down by double digits there in the first half, but showed a lot of heart battling back, had an injury late in the third quarter, or maybe in the fourth quarter with Lovins. Kind of maybe give us an injury update on her and with Newman as well.
Yeah, we first really proud of the way the girls played really well, played hard. I've said multiple times, think that Madison Southern's definitely top 5 in this 11th region this year. So for us to go in there and compete with them, definitely a good outing for us. So Chesney she actually got two injury breaks. She got hurt in the first part of the game and got her nose mouth busted.
Yeah.
Had to be kind of cleaned up and patched up there, and then she got out in the I think it was in the late third quarter, maybe in the fourth, but she was coming down on a layup, and player come across her, and she kind of planted, and they made some contact, went down. So she's at this point in time, she's still questionable for any play this upcoming week. She's had a lot of preliminary tests, and a lot of those things are positive right now. Don't see any tears, don't see any major issues, but some strains and possible sprain of that knee. So it may sideline her, definitely kind of a setback for us, but it may sideline Chesney, but the prognosis looks good, for continued play this season. Then, of course, Alexis got an ankle sprain in that game, and actually came out the next night and played against Clay County before we realized she's just really not ready to go. I mean, she was really struggling with the ankle, so she went today, and I think they have a little bit of ligament tear and damage in there, but they still kind of preliminary looking at a couple weeks off. So I mean, hopefully we'll get her back
smiling.
as well. Oh, she always smiles. Yeah.
Well, that's
She's
good.
still smiling even after that report today.
Yeah.
Maybe smiling because you think she's going to be able to keep playing.
Yeah, I've got a daughter that had appendicitis, so she's with a varsity. Had appendicitis. She's out for a week. Another young player that probably was looking to step up, Natalie Clark, who's a freshman this year, and Natalie tested positive for the flu today.
Lord
so,
have mercy.
Yeah, we've got a little injury or sick bug going around right now. So
well, your team's definitely had to deal with that all season. Obviously, with Maddie being out, tore her ACL in the off season, but it seems like next player up, and that seems to be your all's theme right now, is having these young players step up and play. And I think that's the most impressive thing, is you're doing this with sophomores and freshmen that haven't really played in big games before, and they played in the big one on Friday night and didn't even phase them.
Yeah, I mean, I can go down the list. Sophie Brewer, an 8th grader, come in, had some great minutes there.
Had a big basket on the.
I was getting ready to ask you about your 7th and 8th graders because you've got a whole list of them.
Yeah, Lauren Stepp, she'll come in and give us some minutes. Definitely now. Lauren's an 8th grader, going almost about 6 foot right now. A lot of people don't know about her. She's a lefty, shoots the ball really well.
Let's run to the family, right?
Yeah, well, Skip's uncles, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, she's going to be a dandy for us, and probably looks to get some playing time with Alexis being out here for a bit. Definitely, like I said, our freshman class, Abby Beard, has been really big for us this season. Maddie King, who you didn't get to see in the Southern game, just kind of didn't factor in because of the way Isis was playing.
Yeah.
But Maddie is a huge asset for us, and we don't have a lot of drop-off when she comes in and plays that point spot either. So, this is the 4th season, but the time that we've been here, been able to get a lot of kids on board, kind of sell and get a lot of buy-in. And, we're in a really good position right now, especially for a Class A program. We're really in a good position right now for the future. But, we're just going to have to deal with this little hiccup and some of the injury bugs and inopportune time with, the All-A coming up and everything. So we're hoping, do our best in All-A, see what happens. But we're definitely looking to try to make sure that we're good and healthy before district tournament play starts.
I feel like we need to, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Because you've got that injury bug, the sick bug. You can't handle, more injuries coming this way.
Well, let's talk to Madison.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's talk to Madison first. So, Madison, you're leading the team in scoring, but this is a very balanced attack over with the Berea girls basketball team. What have you learned for yourself having to kind of step up and fill that scoring void with Maddie being out?
Oh, hold up. We're going to turn your mic on.
Try it again. There you go. Still not working. There we go. Now try it. Always. Here, I'm going to give her mine, Samantha.
I'll just say and give her mine. He talks loud enough we can all hear him, so no biggie.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go. We can hear you now.
Okay. Well, it's not, I don't really think about scoring when I'm playing. It's more just about, just doing better for the team and just thinking, what's better for the team to make our scoring happen. And I feel like a lot of people have been stepping up to fill Maddie's shoes because Maddie and Adrian last year, they were a big part of our scoring. And I just feel like everyone has had to take a big step in order to fill that shoe for the scoring.
You guys have come across 2 losses here as of late. How do you feel like practice is going? Do you feel like you're improving? Getting ready for this All-A is going to be a little difficult and challenging, what you've dealt with.
Yeah, I feel like our practices have gotten a lot more, serious for, the coaching and also the girls. And I just feel like we have been getting our head more in the game and thinking, oh, it's actually here. We need to step it up. And I feel like we've been doing a really good job, and the coaching has been really good because we've been just all on our A game, and we really want to do good. So I feel like we're pushing ourselves more.
Yeah. All right, let's talk to you. How do you feel, after your announcement today, I know your team has to be, a little shocked, a little upset, but tell us what your plans are for the future. You think it's going to be a couple of weeks, Coach said, before you'll get to play?
Yeah, I'm thinking about 2-3 weeks, so let's, hope for 2-3 weeks. But the girls will do just fine without me. They all step up. They all know how to play, and they're all, working hard, so.
How do you feel like your practices have gone? You're now today, obviously, during practice, sitting, watching. What do you feel like?
They're definitely, on a clock. They know that they have to get better, and they know, mistakes count for everything, so they're trying to, refine and do better. So I think that they know what, Madison said, that they know it's go time, and they're pushing themselves to do better. And
you have this young team, Samantha.
There it is.
I think when you have this young team, Coach, it gives you everything to look forward to for the future. But y'all have a good team right now. So what do you think you want to see from your team with the All-A Classic coming up and then the rest of the season to kind of help solidify your team this year but also build toward the future?
Well, you always have to look at, I think, youth as an opportunity, not as a liability. And I think that, with the injury with Maddie and now with the injury with Alexis, every door that closes is another door open. And so, I mean, it creates opportunity for some of these young guys to get in there and get experience and invaluable experience. Because, I mean, there's guys going to play in this All-A tournament that probably wouldn't have played in this All-A tournament. And so going out there in that situation, having a chance to experience what that's like, it creates an even greater depth, I think, for our program moving forward. There's no real way to put a positive spin on, say, losing Maddie Stepp going into her, into her sophomore year. But then, there's always that opportunity that it created, say, for Isis, who stepped up. Wasn't she amazing the other night? I mean, she hit 6 threes, 20 points, had 8 rebounds. She just kind of did it all. That opportunity probably never presented itself. And then, you look at best case scenario, Maddie comes back, she rehabs and all that goes well. She comes back in. You're introducing her back into a team with more depth and more weapons. So, I mean, it's not easy to go through at the time for sure. And I mean, it's certainly a challenge. And as a coach, you kind of know what you have. And it'd be crazy to think that, like, we weren't looking and saying, hey, we might make a run here, multiple runs at this All-A and everything. And I still think, I think we can factor in here. I mean, certainly we're not going for second, but with that, you got to look at any opportunity that you have as an opportunity to get better. And then, like I say, Alexis comes back, you'll add her back into the experience that some of these kids picked up in the All-A. Chesney, if she's able to get back sooner, you add her back into that experience. And then, even looking futuristically when Maddie comes back in, and we're a better team. And I mean, you guys did the game 4 years ago. Jordan Sandifer, Alex Horn were there. We played a district tournament game against Madison Southern. We lost by 5. We literally had not one substitution the entire game. We played 5 kids the entire game. And now I'm looking down a bench of 15 kids who are all pretty talented and definitely room for growth. But, it's a testament, I think, to, like you say, next up, I always think that in sports, when in someone's absence, somebody will step up.
That needs to be a T-shirt slogan.
Yeah, well, we could market that. We can maybe pay some of our bills. Yeah, definitely the fundraising aspects.
You look at your team, and I feel like with the All-A coming up, first time you and I talked after you all won the region last year for the All-A, and you beat Wolf County in the first round of the All-A state tournament. Do you feel like going into this that you're still an underdog, even though you all had that experience from last year's team, because you lost you lost Beggs to graduation, Maddie's out with an injury, and some of these girls are still kind of an unknown. Do you feel any underdog status maybe going into the tournament? And kind of give us a preview of what the All-A looks like coming up here.
Yeah, so I mean, with Sayre, the draw happens at the end of the year, so we knew going into the season who we were going to play. And with Sayre, I guess here's what's kind of unusual. Last year we came in, had win the streak going, played pretty well, and when the tournament started, we were kind of that team with some momentum. Well, this year Sayre's come out of the gate really fast. Models come out of the gate. I mean, documented what they've done so far. You got Frankfurt, who all those teams are winning like 9-10 games already. So we've kind of, I guess, a little bit fallen in the shadows on the basis of some injury and I mean, our schedules, when last season was over, you say, we had a 20-win-plus season. It's time to do something different. I mean, you get that, your appetite wet for that, and you think, hey, I want to go win 20 again. But, I think that you always have to keep challenging yourself. So, I mean, we kind of put together a mixed schedule. So, I mean, our schedule has been pretty mixed. I mean, we played Oldham County, Clay County, Bourbon County, Garrett County. I mean, a lot of county schools for a smaller Class A school. For us to play, a lot of bigger counties. We played a lot of those games. I mean, and several. I mean, many more. Madison Central, Madison Southern. So our schedule has been conducive, I think, to growth because I think we already kind of got that. Let's get that confidence piece and build the program and kind of get that momentum going. We kind of did that already. Been there, done that. So we kind of wanted this year to do so. Schedule-wise, I felt like, we've made some growth, although, we're kind of up and down. But we've also been able to kind of fade back in the shadows and kind of fly under the radar a little bit. And, I tell the girls, and I'm I'm pretty confident about who we are, what we are, and all that. But I tell the girls that don't ever count us out. I mean, that's just got to be. When you're a small school, if you're going out there doing the things to try to get better, you're probably not going to come into something with 20 wins every year or finish the season with 25, 28 wins every year. But you want to position yourself that on a bigger stage, kind of the way that Madison Southern game was the other night. I mean, when you get on that bigger
place
stage,
was electric the other night, man. It was fun.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, I don't know for girls basketball if there has to be. I don't know if there's any other atmosphere that's any better. That doubleheader is conducive to the crowd as well. So, but by the time that the boys crowd gets in there, there's absolutely nowhere to sit, and I don't think any tickets left. So. A lot of fun, great atmosphere, and like I said, it certainly kind of sets the stage for for this All-A tournament coming up.
Before we let you all go, I want to ask Madison and Alexis another question. Madison, it seems like this district is going to be a lot of fun this year. You've played Southern, you've got Model coming up, you already beat Central earlier this year as well. Whenever you look at this district, does it give you all confidence that you all can go out this year and not only compete in the All-A, but also compete for a district championship?
Yes. Yeah.
And she giggles. I think you're trying to be very humble, but I mean, you're fighting for this win. You guys are usually the underdog. Tell us, you guys got that fighting spirit this year.
Yes, I feel like no matter who we have, even though we have like our injuries and stuff, no matter who goes out on the court, we're giving it our all, and we're just trying to win and doing our best. And it just feels good.
Alexis,
feels good to win, doesn't it?
Talk about the confidence that you all have to have going into these games, because you beat Central, you played a really good Southern team, had it close with them. Again, you all could have won. When you look at these games, what does that do for you as you all get ready to play in the postseason and in this All-A tournament?
Well, like everybody says, confidence is key, but there's so much truth in that. Like, when you go in and you don't have confidence in yourself or in your team, you're just setting yourself up for loss. And so you really got to be confident in the player that you are, and then that you got to do your job, and that your teammates are also going to do their job. And it helps us prepare for bigger games like Southern and then district play, whoever we're going to draw. And we just know that whatever situation arises, that we're just going to be up for the challenge.
Well, Coach, your first game is against Frankfurt, I believe you said, in the All-A.
They'll play. So tomorrow plays Sayre.
Okay.
If we can advance, we will see Frankfurt. The way the bracketing is, we would see Frankfurt if we advance after Tuesday on Thursday, and then from there, I know that Model and I think it's Frankfurt Christian and Lexington Christian is over on the other side of the bracket.
Okay.
So we. Like I said, best case scenario, we get Sayre. We have a rematch of last year's championship in Frankfurt on Thursday, and then we get to see Model in the championship and have an All-Madison County championship.
Would that be Friday or Saturday?
That'd be on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, the boys are actually playing tonight. They play Frankfurt, and then so they're on an alternate. So they're Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then their championships on Saturday as well.
Okay.
So.
Well, good luck.
I got one quick question. I feel like you've got some mentally tough. Your team is tough. They've had to deal with some serious issues. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, when you look at growth, you look at improvement and skills and things of that regard. You also look in maturity and toughness, growth, and we weren't a very tough basketball program 4 years ago when I came in, and I take some credit just from the standpoint of kind of setting some expectations, but it takes a pretty tough kid to kind of endure what we do. I mean, we don't do this as a seasonal sport. I know there's a lot of teams that do and are able to get away with that. There's a lot of teams that do, but it's kind of a year-round thing. We take our dead period and in the spring, kids are in the gym, open gym, doing things. So the expectations and they're there. I think that a lot of that toughness that was not there
is there now.
Yeah, well, it's the kids who can't kind of buy in on that, they're not there anymore. So what we have,
you changed the mindset.
And it's pretty cool, guys. It's really amazing, and I think that the district probably and the southern part of the county right now is probably in better shape than it's been in a long time. I think my hats off to Simmons, what she built there, and what Coach Turley has picked up and run with as well. Berea basketball in general, Madison Southern Berea, that part of the county is, I think, a legitimate contender here in the 44th district.
Well, I said Friday night that this could be the most interesting district tournament, boys and girls, we've had in a long time because, Model boys, Berea boys, they're super competitive this year. The girls' side, Model's having a good year as far as wins and losses go. So it could be a very fun 44th district tournament in about a month and a half.
And it will be.
And that's the way we want it. I mean, that's the way everybody wants it. We talk about like the region and everything else, but I mean, these district games and these district tournament play if we get excitement there, then it's good for everybody's program. It's great for the community and a lot of fun. And I mean, at the end of the day, we know that we're 1 and 4 part of that, and we want to be, and I think everybody does. Nobody ever wants to be kind of like, well, there's them, and then there's Madison Central, or there's Southern Central, and then it's Model Berea, and our job is kind of to factor in and to be part of the discussion. And I certainly think from a Berea standpoint, Coach Swords and myself and our teams, I think that we've kind of accomplished that over the last 3-4 seasons. So.
Well, good luck the rest of the way. Good luck tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll be calling a game on you all Saturday as you would be taking on. Hopefully it'll be a Madison County All-A regional championship game. So it'll be cool.
Really cool.
Well, good luck to you. Hopefully you're feeling better back out there for the team, and good luck the rest of the way, Coach. Keep us up to date with what's going on with the tournament, and we'll try to get some games on the air for you, okay?
Will do. We really appreciate you guys having us. Appreciate all the coverage this year. And it's, like I said, it's a lot of fun, definitely a change in excitement and interest. So, like I say, you guys are welcome. Anytime we can get you over there, we appreciate you being there.
Well, I'm knocking on wood for y'all. Healthy, stay, wash your hands.
There you go. That is Coach Stepp and the Berea Lady Pirates. They will be in action tomorrow versus Sayre in the first round of the All-A 11th region tournament. We'll take another commercial break. When we come back, Darcy Cunningham will join us to discuss the upcoming media basketball game on Sunday. We'll get into that when we come back on the Jack Burford.
They can all stick around and laugh that you're going to
Listen,
play.
the trash talk is about to come. Austin Newton, if you're listening, it's coming at you, buddy, okay? Back in a few moments, folks, on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Escape to sports with Buffalo Wild Wings. GM Tommy Martin invites you to come watch your favorite team play at Buffalo Wild Wings, the best game day atmosphere and happy hour in town. Menu items as low as $2 each weekday 2 to 7 and again 10 till close. Plus wing specials every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to ask your server about the Blazing Rewards program and see how you can earn free food. Buffalo Wild Wings, Richmond Center.
Is everybody buckled in? I want to make sure you're buckled in. You're more important. Oh, guys, you're important too. Remember, everyone's important, so buckle up to and from the ball game. Come on, let's go.
We are back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, and we are with Dave Redden, who is over the Lexington Media basketball team, and Darcy Cunningham. Am I saying that right? Last name? Okay, I thought so. I said it, then I'm kind of second-guessed myself. But you're with the Habitat for Humanity here in Madison and Clark counties. And this Sunday, kind of a cool thing going on. Dave, we've got the Lexington Media basketball team taking on the Madison Southern coaching staff and teachers. And
this is the second time we've come and played in Madison County.
At Berea College last year.
I remember interviewing you last year. Yeah.
So talk about what's going on Sunday, and then we'll talk to Darcy about what's going on with the Habitat for Humanity.
Okay, well, we try to play these games. We're based out of Lexington, thus the name Lexington Media. A lot of our team members are involved in some way, shape or form in the media. Some of them will be names that you will recognize from television. Others will be names that aren't household names per se, but are still out there doing the media work kind of in the background. I believe I gave you a roster earlier.
Yeah, we've got we've got Monica Harkins from WTVQ ABC 36, Kylan Mills, Keith Farmer, Mike Valentine, and Charlie Walter from LEX 18, Treg Setti from Ohio Bobcats TV, Ivan Rice from Bourbon County Citizen Advertiser, Daniel Price from the OTP Basketball, Josh Moore will not be playing with us this week, but he's from the Lexington Herald Leader. Miles Hill is from SoDamnFine.com, and Chris Hallbolt is from the Kentucky Mile Splits. So it's and yours truly, by the way. I'll be playing with the media basketball team as well.
So fun.
Tristan cried off.
He did. Well, Tristan was supposed to play with us, but
he got hurt.
He got hurt. So
he says. I've not seen anything yet.
Well, I told him I was going to wear his jersey in honor of him, kind of like a.
Wait till Saturday when he's like, "Oh, I broke my ankle."
Who me? No, I'm ready. I've already listened. Austin Newton and Jay Simmons. I've already been talking some smack to them. Coach Turley, they ain't got a chance. I'm gonna lock down Austin Newton. I'm going to lock down Coach Turley.
You know that when Austin gets any type of technical, he has to run miles.
Well, my plan is to make him get one on Sunday. I'm gonna talk some smack to him. I'm going to get him fired up. And,
so he's in shape.
Are you saying I'm not? You would be correct if you did say that, but I'm asking her, is that what you're saying?
I am saying.
Game on, kids. I love it.
Yeah. All right, well, so Darcy, this is all this is going to be going as a charity event for the Habitat for Humanity. So talk about what this money will be going toward and who it will be helping here in the county.
So we try to build safe, decent, affordable housing for families in both Madison and Clark counties, as you know. We always look for donations of several types. One is volunteering your time. So I think this event will increase advocacy and allow people to know that we're a resource that they can volunteer their time to help us build homes, work at our 2 restores. We have one in Richmond and Winchester, and also work on fundraising events. We have all kinds of volunteer opportunities. We ask people to volunteer their time, their resources. We could always use plots of land to build on. We're really struggling right now, particularly in Berea, to find plots of land that are either no cost or low cost for us to buy and then build homes. And of course, we always want to fundraise. We need money to build those homes and to bring the cost of the home down for these families so that it's affordable for them. So all of this will help us advocate on behalf of Habitat for Humanity.
I know I was surprised, but tell everyone how many homes you guys actually work on at a time, how many a year. I mean, it's surprising. You have a lot of irons in the fire.
We have a very small staff, but we build anywhere from 2 to 4 homes a year. Right now we have an active build going on Parrish Avenue in Richmond, and we have what we call a recycle house on Linden Street in Richmond. We have plans in the future to build in Berea and also in Winchester. So, yeah, there's always something going on, and it's hard for us, again, to fundraise and spread the small staff so thin, to advocate, to volunteer, to fundraise, to build. It's a big challenge, and then run those resources.
And all your fundraisers that you're working on throughout
speaking
the
of
year.
Fundraisers, Tommy Barton, who is the manager here at Buffalo Wild Wings, they do a lot of fundraisers here themselves, and he said y'all could host one here if you'd like to kind of raise some money. And what they do with that is a percentage of all the sales that day go toward your nonprofit organization for you all. So we could do that. If y'all would like to, and we could do it on a Monday and kind of promote it on the sports show as well. So we will work that out. I'll get with Tommy. We'll get you all in contact. So.
Yeah,
you don't
mind.
get to just eat.
I don't care to. I learned that. I'm not from Kentucky. I don't care to. I know what that means now. So there you go.
Well, perfect. We'll get that set up for you as well, and hopefully
do
raise some
we
money.
want to make a wager on how many points you're going to score?
Who, me?
Not score.
I'm not a scorer, Samantha. I'm more of a distributor. I'm like
you're the point guard.
There you go. Yeah. Listen, I'll do what Dave wants. If Dave goes out there and says, Dave, I want you to lock down Austin Newton, I'm going to do that. If he says go out there
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he's going to score as many as I'm going to score. And I ain't playing.
There you go. See, Dave knows. But if Dave tells me to go out there and drop 30, it ain't going to happen. It just ain't going to happen. I'm going to drop 29.
So this event really is a lot of fun. I mean, for spectators, and as long as he's not going to fall and hurt himself, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Too, depending on what he does.
I mean, we're expecting to raise quite a bit of money, but it's only $5 to get in.
Yeah.
So very inexpensive. You can bring your whole family.
Basically, from our perspective, the participants' perspective, it's more of a pick-up game.
Yeah.
What we do is we just literally build a team for that day and say, hey, we'll challenge you, in this case Madison Southern staff, come and give us a game and we'll have a laugh, a joke, a little bit of trash talk and some smack.
Yeah.
You know,
he's going up against people that have played college ball.
Yeah.
Hang on, I played college ball. What does that mean? I didn't get a whole lot of playing time, but I was on the team.
Are we counting water boys playing?
Oh, my gosh. Let's get back to the habitat stuff, okay? Let's get back to this stuff. Darcy, so you all have the Restore, okay? For folks that don't know about the Restore or where the Restore is, kind of give us an idea, because that's one thing that you all use to kind of create some money for the Habitat for Humanity as well.
We do. We actually have 2 stores. One is in Richmond. It's in the old Richmond Mall on the bypass, and the one in Winchester is on, it's Colby Station, which is where the old Sears, I guess, used to be on their bypass as well. We accept gently used furniture items, housewares, appliances are a big seller, lighting, those types of things, and we turn those for a profit in order to build those homes. So we can pick up donations, so if you have larger items that you can't bring in yourself, just call the stores.
That's key.
Yes.
That is key right there.
And y'all
People can't just, if they have cars, they can't just be like, okay, I've got this big, beautiful hut.
Yeah.
We're moving to a smaller home. I don't have room for it anymore. How am I going to get it to the
And y'all
Restore?
take paint, and you take books.
We take paint, books, houseware, so like decorative items, we take those as well.
Yeah.
And if I could put a little plug in, so we've had some struggles recently. The Richmond store has been getting dumped on. Garbage has been thrown in the back, and we actually had our catalytic converter stolen right out of the donation truck.
Wow.
So we want to emphasize that, hey, we're here to serve the public. Please, be kind to us, respect what we're trying to accomplish, and again, come on anytime, call the stores, and we'll pick up those items for you, or come by the store.
Lift it back up.
There you go.
We go.
Hey, sorry about that. And come by the store, and you can donate as well. And of course, come to the store and buy those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you need to come often because the turnover. I mean, it could be there one week and gone the next.
There are a lot of gems that come through the store, so you
Yes.
got to be quick about it. But we have a discount pricing system, so every 2 weeks we drop the price a little bit further. I know people don't quite understand why our prices are so high. It's because we really want to make that profit.
Yeah.
And we don't try to sell things that should not be sold. I mean, we are very selective as to what we do accept. Make sure it's gently used and not ripped, torn, damaged, that kind of thing. So we're giving you guys a good deal.
And it's not retail prices. It's
you think of it this way
used
too,
price.
like you're getting an item that you want, obviously, if you're buying it, but you're also putting that money towards something. You're
something very
You're
important.
buying something, but you're also donating, kind of in the same aspect. So keep that in mind whenever you're there shopping. And they also have a Facebook page. You can go on their Facebook page. I've seen you all post items on there before, so you can reach out to them if you see an item that you might like, and you can take advantage of that as well. So
yes, absolutely.
I think it's wonderful. I think Darcy and I have done a lot of interviews together. This is one busy woman, let me tell you something.
Well,
and when
Dave,
I said she has a lot of irons in the fire, they really do.
Dave, you're busy as well. Now, this is our first game this year coming up on Sunday. It'll be the Lexington Media team again against the Madison Southern teachers and coaching staff. And these are the players playing for the Southern team. Katie Crest, the girls soccer coach, Summer Simmons, the former girls basketball coach, Abby Stepp, the softball coach, Allie Turley, the girls basketball coach. You got Dustin Busler, Robert Hammonds, the assistant principal, the baseball coach, Jason Langfels, Andrew Lungsford, the boys soccer coach. You got Austin Newton, Sean Quinlan. So it is going to be a lot of fun coming up this Sunday. And listen, it's a 1 o'clock thing. It's going to be at Madison Southern, tip off at 1 o'clock. Come out. If you're going to support the Southern team, you can do that. If you want to support us, we're going to be wearing the green uniforms, and it'll be a lot of fun. Come out, watch some fun basketball. I don't know how technically sound it'll be or how much.
Are there refs?
There will be referees. It's going to be there's going to be a scoreboard, Samantha. We might have some stats. We don't know what's going to happen, but we do know it'll be fun and it'll be for a great cause. All the money raised will go toward the Habitat for Humanity here in Madison and Clark County, and there is a possibility that we do the same thing over in Clark County in a month or so, right?
Well, originally when we set this up with Austin back in the early days of December, Austin told us that he had a connection over at GRC. Obviously, we lose over Christmas. We lose 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The schools are out.
Right.
And these, surprisingly, take around 6 weeks to organise.
Yeah.
It's not just click your fingers and, hey, we've got a game on. You've got to arrange your teams, especially as the opposition, the school, don't normally have a team.
Yeah.
So they've got to build a team. We've got 4 rookies this year, for instance, that haven't played with us before. So it takes a little bit of putting together. You've got to get permission from the school to do it, obviously, because we're using their gym. Then we've got to promote the game for a couple of weeks. So you've got to have something in place before you can start promoting it. The problem we've got with that is we've not heard anything back from GRC.
Yeah.
And because of where we are in January now, I will need to find a school ideally this week so we can play the last week of February. So I had a word with Jessica, who is a representative I've been working with over at Habitat, and basically, for want of a better term, gave them till Friday to get with us with GRC, and I didn't hear anything. So we've got the ball working on another school actually.
Okay.
The way we're working is first come, first served.
Yeah.
You know, if you're interested in playing us, contact us through anybody basically who works in the media. They'll know how to find at least one of us off that list.
Yeah, and we can go all over too. We can go to Lexington if you know Frederick Douglass or Henry Clay or whoever it is.
Who do you talk to? I guess the principal, the athletic director.
It varies. In this case, we went through Austin. But we've gone through Chris Harbolt, who is he's actually on our media team.
Right.
Is also the principal at East Jessamine.
Okay.
So last year we played an amalgamation of East and West Jessamine at East Jessamine, and he set that up for us. So it varies. I believe that Austin was trying to get us in with the athletic director at GRC, and nothing ever came back from that. But it does vary. We're working with one of the schools we're trying to get to see this season out now. We're trying to work it through the girls' basketball coach, because he's a bit of a name as well. I don't want to jinx it by saying which school and it doesn't happen.
Well, it's not like Eric Daniels in Woodford County.
It could well be, but no, you jinxed it and it's not me, so.
I was going to say, he just jinxed you.
Well, that would be a little bit tougher matchup for us if we had to go play Woodford County.
I was just going to put you on, Eric.
That's fine. Hey, I'll shut him down, man. Look here, I can do it. All right.
And then the game will start.
There you go.
Well, he's going to like trip him coming out of the locker room.
Well, we should have a lot of fun this Sunday again. The tip-off is at 1 o'clock. $5 to get in the door, but it's a donation to the Madison County and Clark County Habitat for Humanity.
I believe Darcy's got some more information as well about some stuff that people can buy as souvenirs.
Okay, yeah.
We do. First year was generous enough to donate T-shirts for us as well, so we can sell those at the game for $10 a piece. And then we're also going to have hopefully some concessions, baked goods and other items that have been donated by volunteers. So we'll sell those at the site as well, and we look forward to both of that.
All right, there you go.
Perfect.
So that's this Sunday. The game
what a fun day.
will be at 1 o'clock. You might be able to watch it. Don't know for sure yet. Might be able to watch it on WBON. Stay tuned for more details on that as well.
But you need to come. You need to come.
Exactly. We want the butts in the seats, and we want you we want you to hang out, watch some fun basketball, and hopefully not make too much fun.
Trash talking is better live.
There you go. There you go. That'll be this Sunday, and again.
Better when you can hear it.
Yes.
Well, they might mic me up or something. We'll see what happens.
Next Monday, you need to come back because we'll get to hear his side of what happened.
We'll see what happens.
We really need Austin Newton here to hear his side.
The coach is going to come over tonight, but they're having a fundraiser for the girls, for the cheerleading squad over there.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't go. I was invited, but couldn't go.
Yeah. So for all of us, we will see you Sunday. A lot of basketball coming up this week as well. Tomorrow we'll be in Estill County for Southwestern. Thursday, Central Southern girls. Friday, Estill County, Powell County boys. And Saturday, back at Madison Central as they take on Great Crossing. So a busy week for us. And then we'll see you Sunday as well for the media game versus Madison Southern. And that will be to raise some money for the Habitat for Humanity Clark and Madison County. For our Matt Roan interview, thanks to him for talking to us last week. For the Berea girls basketball team, Dave Redden, Darcy Cunningham for the media game and Habitat Restore coming up this Sunday. She is Samantha Burford. I'm Michael Watkins. Austin Hanks, our TV producer, and the birthday boy, Jaden Johnson, back at the radio controls as well. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Have a great rest of your week from all of us here at WBONTV.com.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Escape to sports with Buffalo Wild Wings. GM Tommy Martin invites you to come watch your favorite team play at Buffalo Wild Wings, the best game day atmosphere and happy hour in town. Menu items as low as $2 each weekday 2 to 7 and again 10 till close. Plus wing specials every Tuesday and Thursday. Don't forget to ask your server about the Blazing Rewards program and see how you can earn free food. Buffalo Wild Wings, Richmond Center.
Is everybody buckled in? I want to make sure you're buckled in. You're more important. Oh, guys, you're important too. Remember, everyone's important, so buckle up to and from the ball game. Come on, let's go.